guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for a brand new video. Now this is going to be an exciting video because I'm going to be doing a reading vlog of Anathema. Now I don't know if it's Anathema or Anathema, I know people say it differently, but I'm just going to call it Anathema. That's what I've always pronounced it as. I have been dying to read this book, especially since I've read Nocticadia. I need to read more of Kerry Lake. I am desperate to be back in her world. I'm literally just feral for her books. I need that dark gothic romance. I need it now. I'm going to read you the blurb if you haven't already heard of this book, so you get an understanding of what I'm going to be reading. There are whispers of what lurks in Witchnell, the forest where sinners perish. The villagers call it the Eating Woods because what's taken is never returned. Only those who've lost their senses would dare to go near it, or the banished. Mavis Bronwick knows better than to enter the misty labyrinth, but tragedy forces her beyond the archway of bones into a dark fantastical world. There dwells Evander Rydane, don't know if I butchered that name, the cursed lord of Eidolon, a cold-blooded assassin tasked with hiding her from the magehood that seeks her death. Zevander must protect Mavis, whose blood can break his curse, but his growing obsession with her threatens to destroy everything, including himself. I've heard this is a slow burn. I have actually read, I'm on chapter 12 and I'm 14% the way through. I'm on page, what page am I on? Oh, I'm on page 98, so I'm almost 100 pages in. Honestly, not too much has happened. All I've gathered so far is that it's dual POV. Again, absolutely love that in books. This is also going to be a non-spoiler vlog, so I'm not going to give too much away. But it basically has followed our female main character. She is in quite a religious village and she was an orphan who got taken in. She lives with her adopted grandfather, grandmother, adopted sister, and then there's also like an uncle, kind of a weird uncle as well, to be honest. Her grandfather was the one that took her in and gave her a home, but when he died, her grandmother is not very nice. She's not very nice to the girls, so they kind of stick together, the sisters. They also live in this village where it's quite religious. They have to follow the rules, otherwise they're kind of like sinners in a way, and they can get banished for not believing in these rules and these gods and these religious beliefs. So if you are quite outspoken about it, you can be unalived. It's definitely dark, so you really need to check your trigger warnings with this, but they also live near this woods where most people who get banished go into these woods. You basically don't want to go into these woods because God knows how you're going to end up. You could be unalived, you could be eaten by this creature. There's a lot of mystery surrounding this wood. So our female main character hasn't really bought into these religious beliefs, and at the moment her grandmother is selling her off to a very old gentleman who is basically buying her to be his wife. Now she obviously does not want this because she is quite young and he is a lot older than her, and so they're just trying to find a way out of this situation. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely quite dark already. I have also had the male main character's POV and he is definitely going to be a tortured soul. Already been through so much. He's definitely cutthroat and brutal. That's the vibe I'm getting from him at the moment. I can kind of see how their paths are going to cross and I'm really excited about that. I'm just gonna keep on reading. This is literally the perfect time to start reading because it's been raining outside today, it's very gloomy, and I just feel like it really fits the vibe of this book. So I'm gonna carry on reading. I'll give you some more updates whenever anything interesting happens. This is definitely darker than Nocticadia. Arcadia already. I'm on chapter 15 now. I can't even describe to you what I just read. The uncle is really weird. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, the uncle is really weird and like he was giving weird vibes from the start, and I don't know how to feel about that. But yeah, I'm gonna carry on reading and see how much more I get through. God, this situation is getting so much worse. I actually have no idea where this book could possibly be going at this point in time. There are basically just some strange things happening, and I'm kind of just really waiting for the female main character and male main character to meet, and I have no ideas or plots in my head right now of where this story could be going. Okay, so I've read quite a bit since we last spoke. I'm now on page 300, chapter 35. I'm definitely enjoying it now. I'm literally halfway through. At first, I really wasn't sure about this book, to be honest. Like, I was enjoying myself. It was definitely dark, a lot darker than Not Takeda, because Not Takeda is the only other book that I've read of Kerry Lakes, and honestly, I didn't really find that dark. Well, it got a bit darker towards the end of that book. I was invested like straight away, but this has darker themes right from the start. But I do now understand that it was building to the character and their backstory, and it's set in a world that is very cruel, especially to women. And it just goes to show how strong she is for going through that already, and I can't wait to see her character development even more throughout this book, especially now at the point where I'm at. I can just see the potential here. But because she came from a very like male dominating world where women are sold off to marriage, and if we are outspoken then we are demonized and we are seen as evil, it really does explain why she is the way she is and the decisions she makes. This world that they're in is basically kind of split into two at the moment, where the female main character has been living in like the human world, and then Zavanda, our male main character, has been living in a more magical world where beings are 600 years old and there's magical creatures and all sorts of things. But I've been really enjoying Zavanda's POV. He is definitely morally grey and pretty much wants nothing to do with anyone, to be honest. He plays the role of an assassin for the king, which I find really interesting, but he also has some little side quests of his own that he's trying to accomplish as well. But he kind of doesn't really do things unless he gains something from it, but I don't think that's true. I can kind of see the found family aspect happening now, and I really hope that they do all create a bond together, because I really like the characters that I've met so far and I can see that happening, so I'm really excited about that. And he kind of has a soft spot for tortured souls, even though he kind of says that he doesn't have any empathy and he doesn't really care about anything. It kind of doesn't really prove true with some of his actions in this book. So I am really enjoying his character, and I'm so happy now that they have officially been interacting a lot more. It's been making it really fun, and I can't wait to see where this story goes. I can just tell from this point on we're gonna get a lot more. It's definitely giving captive kind of, and you just can't really go wrong with them, so I'm very excited to dive into that. I just have some quotes that I just want to read out really quickly. I think there's only two, but Zavanda says, "Beg all you like." He let out a sardonic chuckle. "I'd quite like to see you on your knees." So fun. And then the next one, so they're just kind of like bickering, and she says, "Your heart must be the smallest organ you possess," and he says, "Your mouth must be the largest." So I'm getting a good vibe with their banter. I'm really enjoying that. And it was kind of like at the start it was more of an instant attraction, but I can see it's definitely going to be a slow burn. They're not going to be acting on that anytime soon. I mean, I'm already like halfway through the book and they've pretty much really just started interacting. The way it's worked out, I don't mind at all. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so I'm gonna read for a little bit longer and then I'll pick up the camera when I have some more updates.
Recorded. Yeah. Hi guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this book has honestly been giving me nightmares. Not really nightmares, but I am dreaming about some very weird things. I'm dreaming about spiders in particular. And I actually am quite scared of spiders, but yeah, this book is, it's a bit creepy. It's a bit creepy, and I've just got to a bit that I think is going to really creep me out, so I just thought I'd turn the camera on, read it with you, maybe just for a bit of peace of mind and to make me think that I have company. I'm basically just being a big wuss. I wasn't expecting this to happen. Well, at least I wasn't expecting this to happen just yet. This is my worst nightmare come to life right here. Oh, this actually like gives me goosebumps. Oh my god. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh. I regret everything that I said, actually. This turned out to be way better than what I thought, thank god. Although that is still literally my worst fear come to life. Like, I would not be acting so calm in that situation. But I literally cannot wait for the next scene, so I'm going to carry on reading. She was beautiful. No, beautiful was too weak a word. She was intoxicating, exquisitely divine. Okay, so I'm officially on part 3 now. I have 82 pages left. Yeah, I'm completely devouring this now. I'm obsessed. It actually did take me like a minute to get into this. It took me longer to read this than I was expecting to. I have been busy though, so probably why. I am thoroughly loving this story now. Yeah, it's a bit creepy and it's not usually the type of thing that I read, but I think I was just a bit in denial and going into this thinking that it wasn't gonna be what I thought it was. But yeah, it's really ramped up now. A lot of things are happening. It's starting to get to that 100-page part at the end of a romantasy book where it all starts happening. And part 3, I don't know how this is gonna end. I don't know how things are gonna develop. I do actually have some ideas of where the plot is going now, and if I'm right, I don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I thought because I've got 82 pages left, I would just come on here and try and finish this tonight. I am quite tired, so hopefully I don't end up trying to fall asleep, but I would like to finish it and then I can give you my full thoughts on Anathema. Yes. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. That is rough. That is horrible. Oh my god, I have no words for that. This book just gets like just when I think it's not gonna get darker, it does. Wow, that was torture. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think that would happen. This is a new development. Oh, I really hope this doesn't change things. I really hope this doesn't change things. I can feel some possible heartbreak coming for me. Okay. Okay. It seems okay. He says, if this is a punishment, then I welcome an eternity of suffering. Oh, this man. This morally grey-black man. Yep. And he calls her Little Moon Witch. I'm obsessed with that nickname. I'm really confused because I literally have this many pages left. And honestly, a lot has happened, but nothing right now is escalating to book 2. So I'm just like, what is going to happen in the next couple of pages that is going to be some sort of cliffhanger or clue for where we're going to move forward in the second book. Okay, this was definitely not where I thought it was leading to again. Oh, please don't tell me this is who I think it is. What? That is not how I thought it was going to end. I really thought something else was going to happen, but maybe that's for book 2. I had no idea that was going to happen. I have so many questions now. I think I'm going to have to go straight into book 2, honestly. I really did enjoy this. It's definitely very creepy, dark, but very interesting plot. I have been on my toes for like the whole time, and I really don't know how to feel about this. Like, it's definitely something that I haven't read before. Yeah, it's definitely something that's probably going to stick with me. I'm really glad I finished it, although it's like really late. Oh my god, it's literally like 1:30 in the morning. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to end this here and go to sleep, and then I'll update you with my thoughts and feelings in the morning. Okay, so sorry for the abrupt ending last night, but I really needed to go to bed. It was so late. I don't know what it is about Kerry Lake books, but they've been keeping me up until all hours of the night, which I'm not going to complain about because I've been having a good time. But yeah, this book, I mean, ignore that I'm in a coat, I'm literally about to go out, but I just thought I'd jump on here and tell you my thoughts and end this vlog off. But yeah, I'm still in two minds about this book. Like, I really did enjoy it, especially the second half of the book. I think when I got to part 2 in particular, because it's split into 3 parts, I really did start to enjoy it when she left her like village thing. The ending, a little bit disappointed about the ending because I feel like I wanted a bit more from the ending. Felt like it was building to some big suspense, but then it just dragged it out. It did feel like it didn't need to be that dragged out. It did leave on a cliffhanger, but I wasn't as shocked as I thought I would be. I could kind of see it coming, but it has left me with a few questions that I would like to pick up book 2. I'm not itching to pick up book 2 though, that's the thing. Like, I do want to find out these answers, but I'm not itching to pick it up. So I don't know if I'll go straight into the second book or not. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna sit with my thoughts a bit longer with this one, but I did really enjoy it, and I think I'd rate this like 4 stars. I think this is a 4-star book for me. It didn't hit the same as Noxcadia. I was completely obsessed with that book from like literally the first page. Whereas this one, it took me a little bit to get into it. Maybe because it is darker. I haven't read anything like this before in my life, and I would still thoroughly recommend this because it is a really great read, but you do need to check your trigger warnings. And I do kind of think there were some scenes in this, they were quite repetitive. Even though they were in different circumstances, it felt quite repetitive. And the ending dragged out a bit, so that's why I've knocked a few stars off of this one. Otherwise, the plot and the magic I did find very interesting, very intriguing. I loved Zavander's chapters so much, his world and his POV. I really liked the other characters in this. I feel like I built quite a good relationship with those characters. I also just feel like the plot twists that I thought were gonna happen, they either didn't happen at all, or maybe they're gonna be addressed in the second book, I'm not sure. I couldn't really tell where the plot was going at first, but now I think it was because I was trying to grasp how this world works, magic system, and these stones, these like blood stones that are in them. It took me a little while to like get to grips with that, but once I did, I could focus more on the plot. And then the plot twists just didn't really hit for me like I thought they would. There were definitely, I think it was more the creepy aspect and like the darker themes that really kept me on the edge of my seat. Oh my god, flipping that page like there was no tomorrow, especially the second half of the book. So if you want something quite dark, gothic, creepy, gory, then this might be the book for you. I'm pretty sure it's described as light themes of horror. So maybe if you want to get into horror books or the horror genre, then maybe this might be a good place to start if you're a fantasy reader. But I do think if you like Kerry Lake's writing, maybe start with Not to Cage You and then go into Anathema. Not to Cage You isn't as dark. Might just give you a good introduction to her writing. I'm going to leave this vlog here. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.